The Walton family, eh? Did you ever think that there was a family more wealthy than the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers? There is. The Walton family. I'm going to do a deep documentary dive on these bastards here soon. And I'm going to do a full-on documentary that's going to last a little while on it to show how it all connects to here in Australia and how we've been taken for a fucking ride. The Walton family, founded by Sam Walton, the creator of Walmart, is the wealthiest family in the world, deriving their immense fortune from their controlling stake in the retail giant. Key members including Sam's children Rob, Jim and Alice Walton, along with his late son John's widow Christy Walton and grandson Lucas Walton, who manage investments through entities like Walton Enterprises and engage in philanthropy. Is that word? Philanthropy. By any other name as tax evasion. Art, Crystal Bridges, not just tax evasion, investing in a company that is going to turn a massive profit by donating money to a cause which is going to make the company that they've got shares in very, very, very wealthy. Bill Gates is real good at that. The Gates Foundation, the Clinton Foundation, they're real good at that. Art, Crystal Bridges, the Crystal Bridges art museums. Banking, banking and sports team ownership. The Denver Broncos and Arsenal Football Club, it's a British soccer club. So you see how that's stretching international there. You got the Denver Broncos, American gridiron football, and then you got Arsenal, British soccer. Key family members and roles. Sam Walton, founder, started Walmart in 1962 with a focus on low prices and high volume. Rob Walton, son, former Walmart chairman, now involved in sports team ownership. Jim Walton, son, chairman of Arvest Bank and involved in family investments. Alice Walton, daughter, known for her focus on art, founded the Crystal Bridges Museum. Christy Walton, daughter-in-law, widow of John Walton, Sam's son. Doesn't say what she does. She holds a lot of wealth. Lucas Walton, grandson, active in the family's impact investing through Builder's Vision. Source of wealth, Walmart Holdings. The family owns a significant portion of Walmart stock through Walton Enterprises. Diversified interests, sports, ownership stakes in teams like Denver Broncos and Arsenal Football Club. Philanthropy, active in education, the arts, Crystal Bridges. The community development via the Walton Family Foundation. There's that other word, foundation. Banking, control of Arvest Bank. Wealth management. The family uses a network of private offices, including Walton Enterprises, to manage their vast wealth and investments. Now, remember I said once before that there used to be a show on called The Waltons. The Walton family, the dynasty behind the Walton Empire. The Waltons. That was a show to give them notoriety, I suppose you could say, to give them, it was a goodwill hunting show, so she could associate the name the Waltons with something good and wholesome, something that the family could get behind. The Walton family, the dynasty behind the Walton Empire. How big a read is this? Whoa. Them motherfuckers got some coin. Okay, I'll read it. Why not? I got all forever. What's this? Essential cookies. I don't need that. Stick your cookies up your ass. The Walton family is synonymous with wealth and the family-owned businesses. The retail behemoth, Walmart. This story is a classic example of American entrepreneurial spirit combined with sharp business acumen. This article delves into the Walton family's rise to immense wealth and estimates how rich Sam Walton the patriarch of the Walton family would be today if he was still alive. Why do you need that much money? Surely that much money can be used to diversify business to create proper franchises that would have everyone having a decent job in various areas for the benefit of mankind instead of just one family. The wealthiest family in the world, I don't know if you can get your head around just how many zeros that is. It's a fucking lot of fucking zeros. You've got the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. The wealthiest family in the world would have far more money than Elon Musk. Fuck, that's ridiculous. Walmart's foundation, Sam Walton's founding of Walmart in 1962 laid the groundwork for the Walton family's wealth. This, with Walmart becoming the world's largest retailer. Family ownership. The Walton family retains significant ownership of Walmart, ensuring ongoing dividends and a continuously growing net worth. Philanthropy focus. The Walton Family Foundation, established in 1987, emphasises educational improvement, environmental conservation, of course it does, and community support. Why don't you hear these guys mentioned? These guys are powerful enough to railroad Bill Gates. Do you reckon Trump answers to him? I reckon he might. Wealth succession, post Sam Walton's death in 1992, the family strategically divided his wealth among his heirs, maintaining family control over Walmart. The Walton family's rise to wealth. The foundation of the Walton family's wealth was laid by Sam Walton when he founded the first Walmart store in 1962. Sam's innovative approach to retail, which included focusing on rural markets, low costs and high volume, turned Walmart into the world's largest retailer. As Walmart grew, so did the fortune of the Walton family. They smartly retained ownership of a significant portion of the company's shares through Walton Enterprises, ensuring a continuous stream of dividends and increasing net worth as the company's stock price rose. Monopsony. The Walton family still owns about half of Walmart through the Walton Penner family ownership group. So we've got a silent partner there, Penner. Besides direct descendants like Rob, Jim and Alice Walton, this ownership group includes extended family members such as Gregory Penner, yeah, silent partners but still related, who is married to Sam Walton's granddaughter and is the current chairman of Walmart. As of June 2023, combined net worth of the Walton family is estimated to be around $250 billion. Net worth. That's net worth, not gross. So that's not including the companies and the assets. That's just coin, mate. Coin. Making them one of the wealthiest families. Other people say they are the wealthiest family. Probably not as wealthy as the royal family, eh? The primary source of their wealth continues to be their ownership in Walmart, but they also have diverse investments through their holding company, Walton Enterprises, and the Walton Family Foundation. The Walton Family Foundation is an essential part of the Walton family's legacy, established in 1987. It focuses on improving K-12 education, protecting rivers and oceans, and supporting the community in the family's home region of northwest Arkansas. While the foundation is a philanthropic endeavour, it also plays a role in the Walton family's financial planning. Through the foundation, the family has donated billions of dollars worth of Walmart shares, thus handling estate tax planning and solidifying their long-term influence and legacy. Influence and legacy. Long-term influence So they have influence over not just the company, I'm telling you. Okay? The foundation has donated billions of dollars worth of Walmart shares in philanthropic endeavours. And like I said, what are their philanthropic endeavours? Conservation, land conservation, conserving land. Okay, let's break those words down a little bit. Conservation is land conservation, which is conserving land. Conservatives save things. Conserving land. Keeping land. Keeping land from whom? Nobody up that way so much, but everyone this way and downwards. Okay? When you conserve land, you conserve it for someone and from something. Right. And the legacy is multi-generational. The legacy you leave for your kids and grandkids. So this is something that is going to go on for generations. Like many family-owned businesses. Okay, let's not get fucking blasé here. The Walton family has faced challenges in succession planning. Sam Walton's passing in 1992 triggered questions about how the family would keep control of Walmart. The family has managed to maintain control. Of course they have. But succession remains a focal point for the family and business. It must always stay in the bloodline. How many times have we spoken about bloodlines? Okay? To them, everything is a long play. Everything is a long play for their legacy. Their legacy must live on. How long has the Rothschild legacy been playing? Ra's child, the child of Ra, the half god of the sun god and the human. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, this is what they believe. It's a legacy of bloodlines. Today, that same family of the Rothschild, child of Ra, Ra's child, the bloodline of Ra's child, is still at the top of the food chain with the families like the Waltons and the Rockefellers and the Windsors, who originally, that wasn't their last name, by the way, because the Windsors come from the Germanic nations into Great Britain. That's a whole nother deep dive in itself. Right. Who did Sam Walton leave his money to? Upon his passing in 1992, Sam Walton's vast fortune was passed on to his wife, Helen Walton, and their 4 children, Jim, Rob, Alice and John. This strategic division of wealth ensured that control of Walmart remained within the family. Today, the most prominent heirs of Sam Walton all hold a wealth that secures their position in the Forbes 400 list year after year, which is a far more prestigious group than the Fortune 500s, the Forbes 400. There's another list on top of that, which is the 300 families. So you got the Fortune 500s, Forbes 400, then you've got the 300 families. The 300 families, we're starting to get close to who actually runs shit there, aren't we? Who runs everything, the whole world, through one handful of corporations, banks. So I think you'll find that the Waltons are in the 300 families. And I also wouldn't mind betting you'll find that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive and well and knocking about with these people. In lands that we don't even know exist. That's even another big... How much non-frozen, perfectly good usable land do you reckon there is in Antarctica? In the Arctic Circle, in Antarctica. Do you reckon it's all frozen? Because it's not. Antarctica used to be a rainforest once. Core samples have proven that. A close look at the notable Waltons. Jim Walton, born 1948, the youngest son of Sam and Helen Walton. Like his siblings, he inherited a significant stake in Walmart and has been involved in its operations for years. Jim's professional achievements are not limited to Walmart. Another significant aspect of his career is his role in the financial sector, particularly as the CEO of Arvest Bank. The bank, originally acquired by the Waltons because of its dealings with Walmart, grew into a... Geez, how do you launder money? The bank that your company deals with buys the bank? Like you buy the bank that your company deals with, and now you do what you like with money, can't you? It's a license to print it. Grew into a leading financial institution with branches spreading across several states under his leadership. Rob Walton, born 1944. As the eldest of the Walton siblings, Rob Walton inherited not just a share of the family business, but also the significant responsibility of leading Walmart. After his father's demise in 1992, Rob stepped into the considerable shoes left behind, taking on the mantle of chairman of Walmart. During his tenure as chairman from 1992 to 2015, Rob witnessed and led some of the most transformative years of Walmart. Under his leadership, the company aggressively expanded its international footprint. Rob oversaw Walmart's entry into numerous new markets, adapting into diverse cultures. Consumer behaviours and regulatory environments. These expansions weren't without challenges, but Rob's leadership ensured that Walmart not only set foot in new territories but thrived in them. Diversity, inclusivity, equity. Any of those words ring a bell? Ways that their companies could thrive in the chaotic world, which helps them corner the market even more. Catering for the fruitcakes, we could say. Ensuring that people love them with open arms as they all walk into their cages. Putting other people out of business. Alice Walton, born 1949. Alice Walton stands out uniquely in the Walton dynasty. While her brothers are deeply intertwined with Walmart, Alice chose a different avenue, deeply rooted in her passion for art. Spirit cooking, anyone? Born to Sam and Helen Walton, it might have been expected for Alice to follow directly in the footsteps of the family empire. However, she carved a niche for herself, merging her love for art with her inborn business understandings. One of her significant contributions to the world of art and culture is the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, located in Bentonville, Arkansas since its inception in 2011. Crystal Bridges has been a beacon of American art, housing masterpieces spanning 5 centuries. The collection boasts works from leading actors like Norman Rockwell, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Andy Warhol, among others. Andy Warhol. The Dandy Warhols, anyone? Andy Warhol from the Dandy Warhols, the band. Absolute fruitcakes. Mad as a cut snake, that motherfucker. The location of the museum, Bentonville, holds sentimental value for Alice. It's the place where the Walmart journey began. By establishing the museum here, Alice has brought world-class art to the heartland of America, making it accessible to audience who might not have had such an opportunity otherwise. Now, I'm not saying that they are practicing this or in on this, but I'm just saying, how do you reckon the majority of the world's child trafficking and drug trafficking goes on? Through extremely expensive shipping containers with extremely expensive art and artefacts in them, which have diplomatic immunity so as not to have these masterpieces of art, which are heritage listed as protected through the United Nations, because it's ancient culture, it's art. These are things that must be protected to protect the heritage of art, historic pieces of art that have artefacts in them, okay, archaeological stuff, all that. Shh, don't tell anyone. Quarantine's not allowed to look in them. Police are not allowed to look in them. The federal police are not allowed to look in them because they travel between embassies that have diplomatic immunity. Even when it's on in your country, it is the property of another country. It has the same diplomatic immunity as if you was in their country. They travel all over the world without anyone looking inside them that's not meant to look inside them. It's how drugs, large quantities of drugs, and children get trafficked. I know things, people. I know things. I know things that a lot of people would rather that I didn't know. I'm shaking a little bit just telling you this. My leg won't stop shaking. My good one, not the fucked up one. We're starting to get towards the tip of the ice. This isn't the tip of the iceberg, but we're starting to get towards the tip of it. Very close to the top of the worldwide Ponzi scheme. That is the pyramid of power. I'll read on. Being the second born, John had a life characterised by diverse pursuits, personal bravery and, of course, building on his family's business empire. While many know him as a key figure within Walmart's leadership, his life was filled with experiences that went beyond the perimeters of boardrooms and corporate decisions. Stop your shaking. One of the defining phases of John's early life was his service during the Vietnam War. As a combat medic, during the Vietnam War, how many Vietnamese children do you reckon were trafficked worldwide? Pretty young girls. I'll let you in on another little secret. There's somebody who owns a company here, right here in Burnie, down River Road, who loves to go to Bali every year and hire young boys to his hotel room. His name's not Dale, but he's related. I'll leave it at that. While we could have easily taken a prominent role at Walmart, From the outset, given his family's ownership, John showcased an entrepreneurial spirit, leading him to co-found his one company, Walton's boat rental. It just gets... Of course. However, ultimately, the pull from the family business provided irresistible. His tenure at Walmart was marked by the same dedication he showcased in every other aspect of his life. His leadership helped the company navigate the ever-evolving retail landscape, further cementing the Walton family's business reputation. Tragically, John passed away in a plane crash in 2005. Of course he did. He pulled away from the business for some reason. Isn't it funny how people do that and then they just die in some freak accident? Do you think he saw something that didn't wash too well with his conscience? Helen Walton, 2019 to 2007. 1919 to 2007. Geez, that's a hell of an innings. Nearly made it to 100, didn't you, love? The mother of the Walton clan, and according to her husband Sam, the one with the idea of Walmart's employee profit sharing plan, Helen and Sam started the Walmart journey side by side while Sam became the face of the retail giant. Helen was highly involved, providing both financial and emotional support. Interestingly, Helen even used her personal savings as financial security to acquire a loan for the first Walmart store. So that's so a family business is a family business, right? There were sacrifices made when I had a business, by all. But by geez, did I pay it back in tenfold. With effort. Okay. With growing wealth and influence comes great responsibility. Okay, Spider-Man. And Helen was determined that the Waltons had a duty to give back to society. Okay, you can write it that way if you like. This resulted in the Walton Family Foundation being established under Helen's guidance. In many ways, Helen was the heart and soul of the Waltons' legacy, a woman who showed that business and kind-heartedness can and should go hand in hand. This is where we're going to get into philanthropy, I think you'll find. We're going to get into Christy Walton. Christy's foray into the limelight was marked by a tragic event, the untimely demise of her husband John in a plane crash, 2005, pushed into the public eye. She faced the daunting task of not just coping with personal grief, but also managing a massive inheritance that came with its own set of responsibilities. Like keeping your mouth shut. While the weight of such responsibility might have overwhelmed many, Christy rose to the challenge with grace and determination. And an iron fist fucking ruling over her too, I'll bet. Christy has been included in the Giving Index by Condit Nast Portfolio magazine, and she's ranked in the top of the list of female philanthropists according to the amount she gives as a percentage of her wealth. She's mainly recognised for her donations in the areas of the education and healthcare. I would like to know where they donate their money to, what causes, and what companies they hold shares in. Because donating to a cause that is connected to a company that you have shares in boosts the worth of those shares quite significantly, which actually turns into a net profit. You give 10 million to get back 100 million in a pump and dump. Kind of like Bill Gates did with Pfizer. And buying up companies that are going broke. Like Bill Gates and a couple of people, they bought up companies that were going Vivek Ramaswamy was one big time. He bought up a company that made medications and vaccines that was going broke, and they used those companies to bulk manufacture and export the the COVID-19 vaccinations. There's a pump and dump and a rug pull. Bam. Vivek Ramaswamy, within a couple of years, made billions. He went from someone with some great ideas to make money for himself to someone who's now in the fucking White House. Bud Walton, 1921 to 1995. While it's often Sam taking the centre stage in Walmart's origin story, it would be an oversight to not mention his younger brother James. Oh yeah, by the way, Vivek Ramaswamy, he was an anchor baby. Neither of his parents were born in America. What the fuck's he doing in the White House? Bud Walton, he and his older brother shared the vision of offering consumers quality products at unbearably low prices. In the initial stages of Walmart's inception, Bud was hands-on, not shying away from the nitty-gritty of retail operations, whether it was selecting store locations, negotiating with suppliers, or interacting with the early customers. Bud was an integral force. He championed the idea of buying in bulk directly from manufacturers to pass on the savings to the consumer. One of the key differentiators for Walmart in its early days. How rich would Sam Walton be today? Sam Walton passed away in 1992, leaving an incredible mark on the retail industry. Oh yeah, worldwide. That's why, well, okay, I'll get there. At the time of his death, Bleh. Get your mouth round it, Dave. You don't have teeth. Use your lips properly. At the time of his death, I've got some. His stake in Walmart was divided among his wife and 4 children. Had Sam Walton retained his entire stake in Walmart, his net worth would have continued to grow as Walmart expanded globally. See? Estimating Sam Walton's net worth, if he were alive today, is speculative, but considering Walmart's growth and stock performance, his net worth could easily be in the vicinity of $200 billion or more. This would place him among the richest individuals in the world, alongside Bernard Arnault, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, who all possess personal fortunes of around $200 billion. But it's been divvied up in the family, and now you've got multiple people all buying up stocks, kind of like the way BlackRock does. These people would be connected to BlackRock. Don't make no fucking mistake. These people would be connected to Larry Fink, okay? So they'd have money hidden all over the place. They'd have great-great-grandkids of two years old that'd have an account somewhere and in gold bars worth billions of dollars. That can't be counted because it belongs to a miner. With that money in a bank vault in somewhere like, I don't know, Davos, Switzerland. A legacy of wealth and philanthropy. The Walton family's wealth is built on the foundation laid by Sam Walton with Walmart, and has been carefully managed and expanded by the subsequent generations. The Walton Penner family ownership group ensures their continued dominance in Walmart. See how many people in the Penner family are sitting on vast amounts of wealth. Lots. There'd be a few more $100 billion, I will guarantee it. Just saying. By the subsequent, the Walton Penner family ownership group ensures their continued dominance in Walmart, while the Walton Family Foundation exemplifies their commitment to philanthropy and community. Their story is not just one of wealth, but also of business innovation, strategic planning, and a legacy that spans generations. See what I say about legacies and generations of wealth. Now, they also have company shareholders. The Waltons would own over 50% of that company by a long shot. They'd be sitting as the head of the board of directors, and those board of directors would be managing subsidiary shareholder companies who would all be investing in Walmart and looking for micro investors to invest in them subsidiary investor companies, to make the subsidiary companies more valuable, to keep investing more money for the company, for those subsidiary companies into the Walmart Corporation, which is why they keep managing to buy up subsidiary companies in other countries such as Dan Murphy's, Dick Smith's, Ralph Boss, Ralph Boss, Woolworths, Sam's Cut Price, Coles. And don't be thinking that they don't also, just quietly, hanging out of their back pocket, have IGA as a tax write-off company, something that they can run at a loss to throw money at to minimise their taxes, but expand their wealth in assets, in liquidatable assets. It's not a liquid asset, it's a liquidatable asset. You see, the Ponzi pyramid scheme that controls the world contains a big spider web inside it of where monies go, and so you lose track of it. You lose track of who owns what, who manages what. Goes in. It's a very tangled web that they weave for the purpose to deceive the lies that we perceive. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard of that saying? Oh, what a tangled web we weave when at first we deceive lies for others to perceive. Well, they've mastered it. So, there you go, guys. What I was going to spend 5 minutes on, I've done a little bit of a deep dive. Very interesting, hey? But you'd never heard of the Waltons before. God bless you all, and brah, I've had enough of one night. Get away from it, cat. He's a cheeky bugger. He always wants to jump on my keyboard. Don't you shithead? Huh? Look at this bastard. Who's that? What you doing, Panda? Puss? What are you doing? You're the main character moment. You're a shithead, aren't you? Look at him. What a shithead. What are you doing, shithead? Alright, guys. Love yous. Bye-bye.